Okay, so hi. I got into the Discord server just to announce that I'm live, and I go to general and I see stuff about dummy mommies and becoming housewives and stuff. Like, chat. My dear snowbats. It's too early for this. What are you talking about on the Discord server? Like, what are you doing over there? It's not lies. I saw it. You were all talking with Pantry, and then you were like, oh yeah, I found a dummy mommy, but now I'm scared. And talking about becoming housewives if you ever found one. And I'm just like, what? Huh? Huh? What is this conversation we're having today? It wasn't early for us. Well, it was early for me. And I'm like, huh? It was 8 AM for me. How do you think I mean, this is as much on you as everyone else for enabling them. Anyway, hello, konnichiwa, hola, hola everyone. My name is Leo. I'm your resident vampire singer and professional sim. And we're having a just chatting stream and I am tired. I also saw that you guys were like, oh, she's not gonna read this, or I don't know, she's probably sleeping or something. I haven't not fixed my I have not fixed my sleep schedule yet. It is very odd for me. Still, hold on, let me put my charger because my phone is dying. And if the phone dies, chat dies. There we go. It was all gone. They were accusing me of being one. I mean, you'd have potential. But I don't know. I don't know how your relationship is. Anyway. No sleep, just Genshin. No, unfortunately not even Genshin. It's just life. So, to give you guys like an update. This is more like to update you guys on like what's going on in my life right now. I'm not gonna elaborate. Go ask your girlfriend. Anyway, so yeah, a little update. So yes, my semester ended last Friday. That was hell. If you guys are on the Discord server, I mean, 2 of you obviously are. I didn't sleep at all during my final assignment. I just pulled an all-nighter and then I went to sleep at like 7 AM almost, I think. All the way until like midday, noon. So I love that we're having this little conversation about male wives in the background. Listen. Like, I know a little bit about it because I like me a male wife in my fiction, right? But like, I don't know about you guys. I don't know what you guys are into. So yeah, based on what little I've seen of Khan in this almost past year, I think he's been around. He does have the potential to be one, but I don't know if he is one because I don't know how his relationship works. Nor do I need to know. That's for him and his girlfriend to figure out. Anyway, So back to the topic at hand. Yeah, so the semester ended on Friday. I'm scared. Don't worry, Songbuff. It's fine. It's fine. It's some things going on the Discord server that I just found out this morning, and now we're having this weird conversation. But it's fine. This is an everyday thing, basically. This kind of conversation. Well, not the male wife exactly, but you know, like this odd conversations, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, semester ended on Friday. I pulled an all-nighter and then went to sleep. Hello, Ixan, welcome. And then on the rest of the day, I think I just chilled. No, I did laundry. Now I remember, I did laundry because I was behind on laundry, so I did that Friday and Saturday. Then on Saturday I also had my violin lessons, so I did that. And Saturday I did chill throughout most of the day. Like, I was in a kind of shock state during Friday and Saturday that I was already done with everything, but at the same time not quite out of it. That will make a wonderful clip. Anyway, so yeah. I'm like trying to remember because these past 4 days have been like a bit of a blur. So Friday and Saturday I did laundry. I chilled for a bit. Sunday I dedicated mostly to cleaning, but I also got distracted by something else that I don't remember right now. And then between meals I would watch... Did I watch a movie on the weekend? No, I think I watched Under the Dome with my dad for a bit, which is a series I hadn't watched in years. Hello, Igor, welcome. I've been good, tired, but good. Thank you for asking. How about you? And then yesterday I was just cleaning, and then I had my guitar lessons, and then I continued cleaning, and then I was kind of like, for the record, like, I did not turn on my computer all day during Sunday and Monday until like 12 AM because I was busy cleaning and all of that, and putting stuff away and all of that. So yeah. And so when I would like sit down on my computer, I would be like, oh yeah, because it's not like I have nothing to work on. I do have a lot of work to catch up on channel stuff, but I wanted to like get cleaning out of the way first because it was very dusty around. And vacuuming and all of that. So I think yeah, by the time I would get like sit down, by the time I would sit down and try to like work on my computer, I actually put like made lists and stuff of the things that I need to catch up on and the things that I need to finish, now that I remember. But I would be like, oh yeah, I have to do this, but I can't do it right now because, you know, people are sleeping now. Like it's not like I can record after 12 AM. And so I would just sit there and be like, what now? Because I am so used to working at night on assignments and stuff right now. Like this semester was horrible. It's the worst semester I've ever had, period. And so I got like so used to being up late at night working on uni stuff instead of like the things that I actually wanted to do, that when I sat down there and I was like, okay, I can't record right now because it's late, but I also can't edit this thing because I need to finish recording this other part first. And then I also got into making instrumentals now, so I want to make a lot of instrumentals now. And all of that, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, what do I do at night? And I was too tired to play Genshin. I only played Genshin, I think, Friday night and a little bit on Saturday because I have to grind a lot. Thank you, Igor. Thank you. I hope to have a productive week on channel stuff because I do want to get stuff out this weekend. More music, yes. So I need to work more on that. But yeah, I was basically having like an existential crisis both Monday and Sunday night because I was like, I can't work right now, but then what do I do? So I just organized stuff, and then I would turn into bed at like 2 a.m. and then wouldn't fall asleep until 4. And that's been my life for the past 4 days. Because I am so used to working on uni stuff that now I'm like, huh, you could sleep at night, that's an idea. Here's the thing, Con. Right now, aside from me trying to fix my sleep schedule, aside from that, it's too hot outside. Do you know, like the other day, I think it was either on Friday or Saturday, we were at like 40 degrees. Well, I think 39, but still almost 40 outside. Inside, I don't even want to know because it gets so stuffy inside because we have no air conditioner. I only have a fan that's on right now, and that's it. And the electrical bill is getting more expensive because guess what? Having a fan all day on will do that, but it's not like I can turn it off because then I will just melt. Yes, I've tried counting floops, but it doesn't help me quite relax because it's hot outside and I'm dying. So that's been basically like my, aside from me not being used to like turning into bed early, it's just that it's too hot outside. That's been my main issue as well when it comes to sleeping. I had to change my bed sheets yesterday actually because the other ones were too hot, even though they were supposed to be like fresh. But they were like the ones that I put when we were transitioning from winter to like spring, when it's not cold anymore but it's not also that hot outside. But now I just had to put like something else. Ali's ambience. I've been actually putting some ambience and ASMR at night. I had stopped doing that for a while because there was a period of time where I was so tired that I didn't need it. As soon as I hit like the pillow, I would just like pass out. But I did try putting on some ASMR and stuff. Some nights it has worked because they're like for relaxing and stuff. Sleep in the shower with ice cubes. How would I sleep in the shower? I would basically have to lay on the floor near the what's the name of that thing where the water goes down. I forgot the word just now. Is it a sewer? No, it's not a sewer. Is it a sewer? Is the word that I'm looking for sewer? The drain. Yeah, I would have to like sleep near the drain where the cockroaches can come out at night, because yes, during the heat a lot of cockroaches just start appearing outside, and there might be one brave enough to get in the house, which happened the other day. I don't like killing cockroaches. I just leave that to the other two people I live with. But that night I was the only one up, and I had to go get water in the kitchen, and there it was at the entrance, just there, and I was like, I can't get into the kitchen like that, so I had to go upstairs because I didn't trust my sandal, my chancla, to like kill it, because if it ran, then I would have one barefoot, and if it climbs or no. So I had to go like run upstairs, grab one of the other people I live with, their own sandal, their croc specifically, and I grab it and I have it in my hand, and then the cockroach is like turning around, sensing danger, I guess, because it was like, okay, no, I'm going by, and so I just sprint and throw it on it, and then I step on the chancla and it dies. And then I have like I grab like 2 different plastic bags to grab it, and a paper towel to like grab it and put it in the trash. But when I take off the crock, it's still moving the legs, so I smash it another time, and then I put it in the trash. And then my adrenaline runs off and runs out. And then I just wash my hands, take my pills, drink water, and go to bed. So yeah, no, we can't sleep on the shower, because that's the equivalent to sleeping on the floor, where the cockroaches can reach me if they get in, and no. Drinking cold water. I basically have to put like water on a water bottle and put it in the freezer first, and then when it's cold enough, if I'm not gonna drink it just yet, I put it down on the in the fridge, and then I take it out and I drink until I run out of water, and then I repeat the whole process. That's been basically what I've been having to do. But other than, I think I'm just tired right now of like the adrenaline of the semester finally like going away. and cleaning. I actually have to do laundry again today, and then after that I'm gonna start to like work on the audios and the illustrations. I actually wanted to update the background, like my room illustration, while I talk here, because May is almost over and I still have my April calendar here. I never changed it, so I need to change that. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, I just didn't have time back then, and during the weekend I was just not I was just not on the computer at all, which was probably good for my eyesight, because my eyes were very tired after the whole ordeal. Yeah, it has like a 4 and a burr in the background, and because Children's Day. No, Con, we did not go back in time. Stop. You're working right now. It's the end. It's almost the end of May. Do not panic. You are not in school anymore. Chill. Chill. And I dusted yesterday, and now my drawing tablet has dust again. I hate it here. Why is it so dusty? Where is the cable for my tablet? Here we go. You don't need to study. You're supposedly at work right now, I'd assume, right? Get away from the library. You don't need it. Oh, shoot. I think my camera disconnected. Hold on. Yep. Okay. Give me a sec. It disconnected. It's just me looking into the void. Yeah, I care about the dust. I hate dust. I don't like dust. It's messy. I might be a mess in my life, but I'm actually a perfectionist. So I don't like dust. I have like 2 specific brushes for whenever my keyboard gets too dusty. Yeah, you have a job. It's the PTSD talking con. Come on. Camera off, camera on. Okay. Calibrate. Just look at me. Look at me. There we go. Nice. Perfect. Movement is back. Now I have the file open so I can actually work on it. The actual question is, where is the calendar here? Because I have so many assets. Here it is. Perfect. And I'm actually gonna have to do June's as well, not while I'm at it, because I mean May is almost over. So yeah. Okay, this is the coloring. Where's the line art? Where's the line art? Where's the line art? Where's the line art? There we go. Okay. So now I need to update that. Here. Oh. What is this cable? Oh, it's my microphones. I was like, what? Why is this in the middle of everything? What was I talking about? I forgot. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, Khan was having a PTSD moment of school. Connor wakes up at 6 to do nothing all day at his job. I do stuff, it's just boring. Lucky you indeed. I used to have a good vision, and then I got into college and I would just sit down and stare at a screen all day. And then it turned out that I needed glasses. Because my eyesight got deteriorated by the computer screen. And all I wanted were glasses for the computer because my eyesight was always tired. But turns out now I also need glasses to see from afar. You don't have school. Stop, Con. We've been through this. It's over. Relax. Alright, so I would have to redo part of the line art now that I think about it, because this one doesn't have a frame unless I cut it out of the picture. There we go. Nice. So we hide this. And then where's my pen? Here it is. It's gonna be a little bit weird to draw like this. By the way, I never show you guys my screen when I draw because my OBS doesn't capture Medibank Paint for some reason. Even though I think it did once upon a time. Is this the right color? I think so. Okay. So we just do... What if I turn on the coloring and then... but it doesn't color the whole thing. Unless I just do this. And then deselect. No, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Is this a new layer that I... No, this is not a new layer. Where's the new layer? I think it's this one. I think... No, it might be this one actually. No, I don't want this one. I want... Where is the normal pen? There it is. Reading books with a dim light all night was what ruined it for me. Yikes. Yeah, I wouldn't... Even when I had like a lot of time to read and I would... be an avid reader, I didn't do that. And nowadays, when I only or mostly read fanfiction, I turn down the, what's the name of it, the brightness of the phone, just so it doesn't hurt my eyesight as much. But I try to keep it at a like safe distance from my eyes for the most part. Where are the walls here? Oh, here they are. Confused can read? Of course he can read. But yeah, so that's why I'm updating my calendar right now instead of like before, when I should have. But I had too much work. Oh boy. And then I'm still waiting for some of my final scores now that I think about it, because one of the teachers hasn't finished. Actually, the one project that I ended up like staying up all night to finish, he hasn't checked it yet, so he still hasn't given us, you know, any grades, which sucks. But alas, it is not my job to rush his work, I guess. So there we go. And now where's the yellow for the font? But like a, yeah, I think that's the right type. A greenish yellow. Sorry if my model is moving too much. I'm just looking at like the calendar that I have besides me, and then at the screen. May, oh wait, no, that's not right. May, there we go. And then Hato. But your doesn't look very. This is gonna be a tricky one. There's a lot of detail in it. Maybe I should take a picture and just upload it on my screen. Reading is the easy part. Remembering what I read is a problem. Yeah, same. I also have comprehension issues. Let's go. But I think in my case it's because my mind is so active, so even when I'm trying to focus on reading, I just wonder, like, it just wanders off unless it's something that I'm very interested in, which usually school does not count as something I'm interested in. Personally, then it just flies away from my mind and I'm like, wait, what did I just read? We're not in engineering class, Con, come on. None of us knows this unless there's another engineer here in the chat. More roses. Whoop, 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 whoop. So yeah. It's been a very busy week, but oh, and I also, turns out I have a recital, like a violin recital on at the end of June. So I need to practice for that now as well. And I'm like, wait, what? Why? I'm not ready. So yeah. And that one I didn't ask for. My teacher was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. And I was like, oh, fine, I guess. So maybe I'll be able to finally do my violin practice stream at some point. Wait, what happened to my... Am I still alive? Yes. It's just my phone that is acting weird for some reason. There we go. Bum 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 bum. Hmm. Okay. So, hold on. Let me get my train of thought back. Not school, not calendars. I was thinking of something else. Oh yeah, my eyesight. Now I remember. But you know what the funny part is about that? Is that I can't use my glasses when I'm on the computer because my near sight is completely fine. So I don't need like any augmentation for that. And I get dizzy if I have my glasses on and I'm looking at the computer screen. But then my eyesight gets tired from looking at the computer screen for too long. So I need to get a pair of glasses that have like no prescription, that only have like the filter for the blue light, just for the computer. So, you know, yeah, my train of thought, where the thought is that I'm having it at the time, and then it just goes away. What is it with you guys and trains? What is going on? What is this joke that I'm not getting this time? What do you guys talk about when I'm gone from the Discord server? Ooh. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Weird sounds coming from a neighbor. Anyway, my town was built on howdy, partner. My town was built on dirt and I guess trains too. There's still some out there somewhere. Do they mind using the trains? Actually, no. The mines are empty nowadays. Yeehaw. I don't know. But yeah, no. Oh, hold on. That's my doggo. Is the stream back? Is the stream back? There's something off about it but I think it's on YouTube's end because my OBS is fine. But I do have some lost frames here. So it might be a thing on YouTube's end. Oh no, the quality is dropping. Chat, can you hear me? Please. Not the lost frames. Anything but that. Oh gosh. No. No. No, YouTube Studio, what are you doing? I think it's good again, but I'm opening YouTube Studio just in case to check some things. Sure thing you did. Yeah, I don't know, it was something weird with the bitrate for some reason, like for 2 seconds. But it seems to be doing okay-ish. So we'll just try to take YouTube's word for it. Ooh, nice. No, but yeah, there was like a little bit of a frame drop for some reason at one point for like 2 seconds. Oh, it's because why is it doing this? Okay, let me just check this thing real quick. Where is it? What the? I need to fix that. Okay, it's back now. It's just that for some reason, like I have the Ethernet, I think I explained this last time, I have the Ethernet cable connected to my PC at all times, but for some reason recently it has been like disconnecting, even like if I don't, like the cable doesn't move at all and I never disconnect it. But for some reason, like the connection gets lost at some point and then it just goes to Wi-Fi, and I think that's what happened. Because before I got up and tried to like move it around a little bit, it was connected to Wi-Fi, even though the Ethernet cable is like connected. So laptop is dying. No. But yeah, it probably had to do, like the small frame drop have to probably do with that. It is now connected to the cable and not to the Wi-Fi, but I don't know what's going on with that. I need to check that because it's been happening a little more often lately, and I don't like that. Might need to change the cable, but who knows. I mean, I've had it for almost 2 years now, so it's probably that. Kicking the laptop or kicking the Ethernet cable? But yeah. Other than that, I think it's been kicking everything. I don't think I can kick the Ethernet cable. I don't think it works like that. The laptop, maybe. Speaking of laptops, mine doesn't really work anymore, properly at least. So that's fun. But I don't want to get a new one because I'd rather spend on the new PC than on a new good laptop. Because they're almost the same price. Hold on. Hello there, good sir. How are you doing? You want attention? You want love? I can't give you that right now. I'm streaming. Now it's not the time for cuddles. I'm sorry. My doggo decided to be let in one more time, and now he wants pets and love. But I can't give him that right now because I'm streaming. I'm just scratching his chin right now. Did I tell you guys that I thought he was gonna die? Like 2 weeks ago? He seemed like ready to throw the towel, and I was kind of mentalizing for it, and then nothing happened, and he's fine. Good as new, kind of. No, don't yawn. Your breath smells bad. There we go. I think he's good now. He had enough chin scratching. You said he was sick. Okay, so let me tell you the whole story because it's been a while since I told you he was sick and then he's fine. So my doggo is 14 years old. So he's an old man now. I think according to the veterinarian, like he's over 100 and something years in dog years, so makes sense. But he's still very active. Like he's the only one who doesn't know that he's old, because he still runs, plays, and all of that. Like if you look at him, he looks like a normal dog that has no issues, and for the most part he's like that. But I like this past year, I think it's been like a little bit of trial and error with him, because he's used to eating a lot of foods that we eat. He does eat dog food, but it's not his primary source of food. He mostly eats like leftovers and what little other things we give him from our food, so he's very used to that. But over the past year, he's been having some stomach issues. Like there are things that are now too greasy for his stomach to handle, so we've had to stop giving him those. But I think he ate some fish the last time he got like sick, which was when I told you guys that he was a little bit sick. Oh, I remember now, because I hadn't gotten proper sleep because I was up all night cleaning. Well, not all night, but throughout most of the night. What was the message? Confused. What was that message? Anyway, so he ate like some fish, and he's used to eating fish and other seafood, or I guess types of seafood, but I guess that's now also one of the things he can't eat anymore. So he got sick, like his stomach couldn't handle it, and so he vomited, and then he got diarrhea, and then he kept vomiting and having diarrhea. Hello, Murasaki, welcome. So I took him to the vet. She said that it was like it was basically stomach issues, but it was nothing like too serious technically. It was like a stomach bug, but not derived from the food he ate precisely, but more of like his stomach not being able to handle the food anymore. So so she gave him a little like can that has like a sort of like meat in a form of like pate, and so that has like vitamins and stuff that would do him good. So he was only allowed to eat that for like 3 days, like to eat just that, not even like his normal dog food, until and then after 3 days she would check up on him again, and if he was good, then he was allowed to eat dog food again, and we would have to like start taking out on like what he can eat and what he can't eat anymore. Not again. No. Are we back? What is it like? It wasn't the Wi-Fi this time, so I don't know what's going on. Again. There it goes. Gosh darn it. Are we back? Is it good now? OBS says there's no more missing frames, so, or lost frames or whatever. Okay. I just like it went completely red into like a 0% signal for like 2 seconds there. So I panicked. Like it kept going on and off for some reason. I don't know what's going on with my OBS today, or whatever is going on. But okay, seems like we're back. Anyway, back to the story. Where was I? Oh yeah. So she also injected him like some vitamins and stuff. So and he recovered pretty quickly, so he was fine. And then she checked up on him again. She gave him like the green light, like good to go. So we had to start like experimenting like with what he can eat and what he can't eat. So we try not to give him like greasy foods as much anymore. We gave him like tiny little pieces here and there, and then we just like we don't give him the same amounts anymore. He seems to have been doing fine with that. And we just stopped giving him like what's the name of it, seafood at all, like completely. We just scratched that out of his diet because he ate like a super small tiny miniature shrimp one day, and he instantly puked it back out. Like he didn't even digest it. It was like as he didn't even munch it. It was like the full thing just brought back out with like acid and stuff, but it was still whole. So after that we completely stopped giving him any seafood, so he can't eat that anymore. And then yeah, which I think for the most part the other thing we have like giving him less is the greasy foods. But then like a week after he recovered, he got kind of sick again, but it was no longer like that his stomach was upset. It was that he seemed like on a very like gloomy mood, and we didn't know why, and we couldn't take him to the vet because the vet had a surgery, and that coincided with me going out of town for Mother's Day, so I had to take him with me. And so I couldn't get him checked before leaving due to the veterinarian having a surgery before that. So he just seemed like a little depressed, but I didn't really know why. And then I had to he wouldn't eat, barely drink any water, and I just didn't know why, and I couldn't take him anywhere else. So I just like try to give him as much food as like I try to get him to eat. Didn't quite force him, but I would like just sit beside him and try to get him to eat at least a little bit, because if he didn't eat he would puke just like gastric juices because he had nothing in his stomach. So yeah, and that's when he seemed like a little bit down. He was very clingy that week as well, and I didn't know what to do. So I just thought that maybe, you know, he was getting worse and maybe there was no going back from there. And then like a week later, or no, like a couple of days later, after that weekend over at my grandma's and stuff, I came back. I gave him some food. I also got him like a medicine that prevents him from like actually like puking if he doesn't eat, that one of my aunts recommended that she uses for her dogs. And he was fine. And then like 2 days after coming back, he was normal again, and he hasn't presented any more problems ever since. So I got very scared, and then he got good, and nothing has happened since, and I hope it stays that way. Because that was horrible and very stressful. So yeah, that's basically what happened with my dog. I just thought he was gonna, yeah, like he was, you know, nearing his limit, because he would just like hide under the beds and stuff. Auntie's a witch doctor, yeah. Basically. But yeah, so you know how, or at least from what I've been told by other people who've had dogs like die from old age, when they start like getting near that stage, they just like look for a place to hide so you don't watch them die. So based on what he was doing, because he would be very clingy, but also there would be times where he would just hide under the bed and not come out, no matter how much I tried to get to like coax him out of there. And so I thought, oh no, is he getting ready? I'm not sure, because I can't tell if he's actually ill or something, because I can't take him to the bed right now, you know. So it was very stressful, but it turned out to be nothing apparently, because he's fine now and he hasn't presented any other issues ever since. So yeah, but he's fine now. Actually, where is he? He was here just 2 minutes ago. Oh, he got near the door because he's also been getting I think the heat might be affecting him as well, because he's also like very hot. I already like cut his hair, so he has his hair very short. But it's still very like too hot outside. It's way too like, it's way more hot than it's been ever here. So that's why he's like also not used to it, but he's been drinking a lot of water and stuff, so he's good. He's not like dehydrated or anything. He's just like me and can like manages the heat as best as he can. I get that you thought he was yeah, like it wasn't so much because he was like acting very sick. It was more that he was like starting to do these things and I was like, uh-oh. But then again, I don't know like what that exactly looks like, because I've never had a dog die from old age. This is the first one that's been this old. Like I've had 4 dogs in my life, including him, and 2 fish, and fishes. And I think that's it. Yeah, so the first one was when I was very little. He was 2, I think he was the same like breed as him, but he was like a mini toy, like those very small ones that don't grow a whole lot. So his name was Sanson, and then I was very little. I was like 4 years old, I think. He was a dwarf. He was very cute. But turns out that the veterinarian that sold it to us knew that the dog was sick but didn't tell us. So the dog eventually just died. I think he only lasted like a month or so, and then he died because he was very sick and we didn't know. My second dog, yep. My second dog, Leo confuses accusing me. Why are you doing this time? I am not on the Discord server right now, so I can't see what you guys are doing. My second dog was like a year after that, when I was like 5. I never knew which breed he was exactly, because he was a street dog. Like some construction people were like on the street fixing some things. The dog appeared alongside them and then they went away and the dog just stayed. And when people told him, hey, like, isn't this your dog? They were like, nope, that's not our dog. So the dog just stayed around the area. And because my mom saw me like always talk, I would talk to him through the window. Because he would just sit outside and watch, and I would just like sit at the window and talk to him. And so my mom told my dad like, hey, we need to do something about that dog, otherwise your daughter is just gonna touch him and he might have fleas or something, and she's gonna get sick. And so he took him to the vet that sold us the sick dog, and in compensation he agreed to bathe him and vaccinate him and all of that. And even gave us like a little doghouse for him. And so he did that, and then I got him, and his name was Morgan. Later on in life I found out that was a girl's name, but his name was Morgan, like the pirate, because he had an eye patch. He had like one of his eyes was black because he was black and white, so his name was Morgan. But he probably was mistreated somewhere, wherever he left. He lived. Well, I guess it works for both genders. You're right. He probably was mistreated wherever he lived before he lived with us, because he was scared of brooms, and he was also very defensive over his food. If I tried to pet him while he was eating, he would growl at me. He actually bit my dad once. It was pretty nasty. But he would always be very loyal and chill with my mom for some reason. And she loved him very much as well. So then we moved to another city, and we had to like kind of lock him inside his doghouse because we traveled like by car, and we didn't have like a big enough car back then. My dad had a truck that his work provided, so he had to go in the back, but I think he didn't like that very much. And so when we moved and got in the house and got the new, like, it wasn't like a backyard, it was more like a patio, but it was bigger than the one we had before that, but it was still not that big. But it was basically covered with like this how do you call that? It's like una malla de cuadritos. I forget the name, but it's a cloth that it's like that it has like that it's for like protecting from mosquitoes and stuff from getting in. It's usually put on windows, and I forgot the name of it. But that one, like the whole the gate for the patio had that on. He broke it, and then he got out, and he went out into the streets, and then later that day came back, and then he would go out again and come back until one day he went out and he never came back. I don't know if someone grabbed him, I don't know if he was killed somewhere, and I never knew what happened to him. We looked for him everywhere, but he never appeared. So yeah. And of course my mom was the most heartbroken by that because she was the closest to him. But yeah. After him, we got gifted a dog that was a menace. And I named him Doki because of the dog that appeared on Discovery Channel. Like I was still 5, but I was gonna turn 6 at this point. So in like the span of like 2 years, I had 3 different dogs. And so he got gifted to us. He had lived in the house before, so he already had like some bad behaviors instilled into him, and so he would basically poop anywhere and eat worms and other insects and all of that. And so I got very sick as a child because of him, because I would always like play with him and stuff. It was basically like Lilo and Stitch, but Doki and me. because he was a menace, but I loved him very much. And he would push me around and stuff because, again, I was still very small, and then I was frail due to the illness, and stuff. But it was fun. My my parents did not like him at all. At all. They despised that dog, but they only kept him around because it made me happy. And then one day I went on a trip with my mom to visit my cousins because I don't remember the exact point of the visit, but one of my cousins thought it was because of her birthday, and it just so happened that her birthday was also the same weekend we were going, so we were like, yeah, it's because of your birthday. She was very excited. But my dad couldn't go because he had to work, so it was only my mom and I. And then when we returned, I think like a day or two passed, and then I had a sudden realization that it was too quiet. It was too quiet, and I was like, hey mom, like I went and looked at the patio, and there was nothing, and I was like, hey mom, where's Doki? Where is he? And it turned out that they didn't get rid of him. Someone stole him. One night, because just like Morgan, he found a way to like get out of the patio. Like he broke the cloth and got out. And so my dad worked as an accountant for a gas station, and the house was basically like right behind the gas station. And so if you like, we kind of lived on a hill, so if you went down the hill, there was the office. And they kept like the tanks for the gas there and all of that. And so there was someone who would always play with him whenever he would go down there, and their guess is that that person took him someday, and my dad didn't notice because he was working until he looked for him everywhere and he couldn't find the dog. But for them it was like, oh well, we got rid of that, I guess. And I was very sad. Why do people steal dogs? I don't know, because they think they're pretty, and people think they can just take them, and that's not how it works. This is depressing. And then after that I stopped getting sick as often, so why must you make us sad? It's just, I mean, nowadays the only one that still makes me very sad is Sanson, the first one. But the others, I'm kind of at peace with what happened nowadays. So for me, it's just like telling a story. I'm sorry if I'm making you guys depressed. It's just what happened, you know? Life do be like that sometimes. And so after that, because I stopped getting sick, and so the correlation was dog was making the kid sick, one of my grandmas was like, do not get him another dog. Get her another dog. Stop getting her dogs. And so they stopped getting me dogs after that, and I stayed dogless for 2 years. But I got a fish that was gifted to me at a birthday party, and my mom was so thrilled about it. I got a betta fish, and I call him Rennie. He was cute. He was blue, which back then was not my favorite color, but oh boy, little did I know. And he lived for like 3 years, I think. He was a very well kept fish. I had like small fun-sized books that I would put in front of him to get him to read. And why do people just gift animal? I don't know. That one actually, I'm just not sure. They think it's like a cute gift, but they don't realize the responsibility that comes with it. But again, as a kid, I was thrilled. My mom wasn't. Exactly. So we had to get like a little fish bowl for him, and fish food, and vitamins. But yeah, it was a gift from they weren't even like my direct friends. They were my neighbor's cousins who I knew because I would often go play with them whenever I would go with my neighbor to her grandma's house. They were always there, and so that's why they knew me. And so we invited them to my birthday party, and then one of the little girls was like, "Here," and she gave me a bag with a fish. With a bed of fish. And my mom was like, "Oh god." So I went from dogs to fish. But let it be known that Rennie was very, very loved. I would get him to read, supposedly. And I would get distracted to go talk to him whenever I was doing homework. Like I would get up from the table and I would just go in front of the fishbowl and I would just start talking to him. You can tell that I was a bit of a lonely child. So yeah, I would just have conversations with him. Let it be known that he was very loved. That's what I said. I don't know what you heard. He was very loved. He was very well taken care of, except from that one time where I had to change his water and he almost went down the drain. Okay. So yeah, he was very well taken care of, except for that one time where he almost went down the drain when I had to change his water and he slipped from my hands. Oh, my model did not like that. So the thing that of how that happened was because whenever we had to like change his water, we would grab him and put him in a cup with water while we clean the fishbowl. But that one time where I had to do it, he slipped from my hands because of course fish jump when they get out of the water, because you know they're breathing air and they're not supposed to do that. And so he slipped from my hands and he almost went down the drain and I was like but I managed to like grab him from the sink and just put him in the cup of water and he was saved. You need to also remember that I was like 7 at that point. So it was hard, like I was trying my best. But yeah, that probably traumatized him. And so he lived a good life for a while, and so eventually he started like making bubbles at the top of the fishbowl. And when my dad asked about it with a veterinarian, they told him that it's because those are like the little bubbles are supposed to be like the spaces for them to like for their eggs to be put there and you know preserved and all of that. And so I started insisting that we got him a girlfriend. Because of course Leo was not aware that what happened when two fishes get together and get eggs. But still, we looked for a girlfriend because apparently he was gonna get depressed if he didn't get one. He was an insult, I guess. And so we got him a girlfriend. But betta fish are very well known for being a little violent when other fish enter their territory. So he was not necessarily violent towards her when we put them in the same fishbowl. Her name was Jackie, by the way. Her name was Jackie. He was not violent towards her, but he kept chasing her around. And so we were gonna go out of town to visit my grandma, as a lot of times we do. And so we were like, okay, before we go, we need to separate them just in case. You know, we need to put Jackie in a bag. In a bag with water while we're gone, and food, of course. While we're gone, we were only gonna be gone for like 2 days. We need to put her in a bag with water because we didn't have another fishbowl while we're gone, so like they're good and stuff. And we were gonna do that. And then we forgot. And then we forgot. And boy oh boy, what do you think happened when we came back? I don't know why it's so funny to me nowadays. Jackie was dead. He ate her, he chopped her in half. She had no tail and she was upside down. And the fishbowl was a little bit dirty. So that happened. So he ate Jackie. And I was not precisely traumatized, but I was also like, how could you? It was so hard to get you a girlfriend and this is what you do? Hello Seth, welcome. I'm sorry for traumatizing you. But yeah, he ate her. And so we had to bury Jackie. And then because we don't know how long she like stayed dead in there, the hello Ixon. What a thing to get back to. And so because we don't know how long she stayed dead in the fishbowl, I think the fishbowl got infected because Rennie started getting he started developing like a fungus, like an infection on his side. He would get like white spots, and the veterinarian said that it was like fungus, like little you know, mushrooms and stuff. And so we like super extra clean and sanitized the fishbowl. We cleaned him, everything, but eventually he just got sick and died, unfortunately. And after that, my parents tried to make it up by buying 2 other fishes, which were a different race. They were no longer Veda. We call them Goopy here. I don't know if that's their actual name or not. One of them was my mom's and the other one was mine. Hers was named Rocco. Not more fishes. Hers was named Rocco. No, it's not goldfish. It's like it's those that, yeah, guppies. Or is it guppies? I don't remember. But there are those fishes that have like very big eyes, and they're also kind of they're not very big fishes, but they're like kind of like a triangular shape, kind of like a rhomboid or something, and they have very big eyes. I only had 3, well, if we count Jackie, I only had 4 fishes. 3 of them were mine, and the other one was my mom's. Many fish she killed. Anyway, so we got those 2, and my mom's was Rocco, and mine was Rayo, which means lightning or bolt in English. And they just died eventually. We never knew why. We just assumed that it was probably the fishbowl because, again, we disinfected it and everything. We like super cleaned that thing, eliminated any sign of like of anything that was there. But after Rennie, Connor admitted to having no heart. Is that a surprise? Honestly. He always says that, but I think he's just being edgy. That reminds me of that dog in the kids movie that thinks he's a superhero, also called Bolt or something. Oh, yeah. I didn't call him that because of that movie, but that movie was around when Bolt was alive. Funnily enough. Anyway, so they just died. Like, Rocco went first and then Bolt died. You just one day found them like upside down and that was it. We never really knew what happened to them. Yeah, the movie was around when my fish Bolt was alive. and then he died. And so that was the end of fishes. My mom said after that, no more fishes, and that was that. Are you so happy about this? Because I didn't really get it. Like, I was more attached to Rennie than I was attached to those two, because they didn't get to live long. They died pretty fast, and I was just like, oh man. And that was that. And then my mom said no more fishes, and no more fishes were had. She liked birds, but we never got any because one, it's very hard to find someone to leave them with when you go out, and two, one of my grandmas is allergic, so that's why I've never had any birds, but that could have been a possibility. How many pets do you have now? One. That's sleeping near your door right now. And so in the middle of Rennie's existence, I turned 8, and we would go. So a little bit of lore about Leo and her IRL life. The birds are even worse. They're flying bastards and live forever, right? I have a friend who I used to go to her house when we were like 5. I went last year, and the freaking parrot is still alive. Yeah, this was only just 4 years. All those pets were just in a span of 4 years. So I guess I'm used to death and disappearances when it comes to pets, in a way. Like I said, none of them died of old age. They just either got stolen or died because they were sick. Yeah, the birds will outlive you. My mom had also turtles when she was growing up. She had a lot of animals when she was growing up because her dad had a farm. So she even had a goat once. I'll tell that story later. But she used to animals, but then again, all of them died as well, like early-ish, before their time. Like it was not that any of them died of old age. And my dad was never very much an animal person, but he did have a dog that lived for a very long time until they had to like put her down because she was too sick to save. So yeah. But yeah, in the middle of Rennie existing, my again, a little bit of lore of IRL Leo. My dad was unemployed for 2 years when I was little, and so we started. My mom used to sew, so she would make like bed sheets and stuff, like in like a how do you call it when it's like the bundle with like the things for like the covers for the pillows and the blanket, and then the thing that goes on the mattress, the comforter. Is that a comforter? I don't remember the word for it, but she would make like those, and we would sell them. And then we also like sold my old toys and stuff like that. Whatever we could sell, we would sell them at street markets. So back then we would go to like street markets, like different street markets, basically like 6 times. A cockatoos can, oh my god, the birds will outlive you. your if you have kids, they will inherit the bird until it dies. So anyway, we would go to like different street markets basically every day. And so on Sundays we went to like the biggest one. And so there was a dude just passing by with a dog on his hand, and my mom was looking for me to show it to me, but I wasn't around because I was playing with the other kids from like the other stalls. we would just like grab random bottles that were on the floor and play and play bowling with toothbrushes and stuff that we found on the ground. And we would also just like play with bricks. We would like how is it when you get like the dust of it? We were very weird kids. We would just grab whatever we had around and just play with that. But anyway, I was around playing with the kids, so I didn't see it the first time. And then powder. Powder. Yeah, we would play with brick powder and stuff. And so the second time he passed, I was already with her in the stall. And she was like, look, there's a little dog over there. And the man heard her. And so he approached us and he was like, hey, I'm actually selling these because they're like the parents, the parent dogs are mine. And every time they have like a litter, I sell them to buy the parents' dog food because they eat like big bags and stuff. And so I'm selling this one. Do you want it? And I, of course, immediately say yes. And my mom was also convinced. My dad wasn't. But basically everyone around him, because everyone saw, was like, well, yeah, you should buy it for her. Come on. It's like, it's a little dog and stuff. So he basically got peer pushed into buying me a dog. And so we got him. He was 3 months old. It was, I remember I was already 8. It was October of 2009. And here he is. Sleeping by the door. To this day. And I haven't gotten any more pets ever since. Then after him, you know, Rennie died. We got Rock and Lightning. They died. And he's just been here all that time. Your dad probably expected it to be over within a year. Jokes on him. He's now 13. He's 14. He's actually turning 15 in a little less than 2 months. His birthday is on July. So he's turning 15. And I don't know what is it with dads that they are like, no, I don't want any pets. And then as soon as you get one, they are like the pet's best friend. And they're always hanging out with them and they sleep with them and all of that. That's my dad. He didn't want any pets and he's the dog's best friend, basically. Aside from me. Remembering things is difficult, yay. But yeah, he's turning 15 this year, so I'm a little terrified for when he actually decides to throw the towel, because I'm gonna be very sad. Because he's been with me basically my whole life. So yeah. So I had 4, 5, 6, 7 pets in the span of 4 years, but then stayed with one for 15 and until he decides to go. I think he sees all the problems and the responsibility that comes with it until they are part of the family. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's always like that. Because I've also thought about it, like, after he's gone, like, what am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna get another pet? And then I think about it for, like, as an independent, like, adult. And I'm like, but then who do I leave him with? Or, like, if I get another pet, right? Like, and then buying food and taking them out on walks and stuff. Not like I don't do that with this one already, but, you know, it's different in a way. And so I'm like, maybe I wouldn't. But then I have a heart, like the heart of a chicken, so maybe I will. But that is to be determined until, you know, the time comes. For now, it's just him around all the time, as always. But yeah, that's the end of the pet story on my side. Now going back to my mom's side, it had a wholesome ending if you think about it. Was this within 6 years of each other? It was 2 years after Doki, and like a year after Rennie came around. So it was like at the 4-year mark between like everything everything else that happened with all the pets. So I think Rennie lived for like 2 or 3 years. So when he arrived, Rennie was still around. Poor Rennie suffered a little because of it, because I started paying more attention to the dog than him, but I would still take care of him, of course. But you know, because he wasn't the only pet around anymore, and the dog I could play with instead of the fish. It was logical that I would pay more attention to the dog. But Rennie was still very much alive. He was like a year old when my doggo came around. So yeah. And then like a year or so after that, Rennie died, and then a couple of months later we got Rocco and Bolt, and then they died, and the doggo was still here. And is still here. So yeah. So it was during like that span of like a year and a half where Rennie died, and then everything else. And Jackie. We shall never forget Jackie. Poor fish. She tried her best. But yeah, my mom growing up had like, she had bunnies, she had dogs, she never had cats. She doesn't like cats. She even had a goat. Once I got hiccups. Sorry. I don't know why I got the hiccups. She had a goat once that they treated as a pet because I think it was orphaned. I think she doesn't like cats because they're not messy necessarily when it comes to like when they go to the bathroom and stuff, but it smells a whole lot. They feel like they're the owners of the world and will mangle you if they so wish to do so. So I think it has to do with that. She's probably just experienced the bad side of cats, and it's very rare to meet like a docile cat. So that's why I think it's like she doesn't like them. I'm like in the middle ground. I like them from afar most of the times. Yeah, they can do that outside, but the problem is that if you have a cat, it is recommended that he stays an indoor cat, because they can get diseases pretty easily if they go outside from other animals and then spread it to you, and that's not good. Yes, they rule the world. Is it worth it? Yeah, or at least here. I don't know in other countries, but here it is recommended that they stay as indoor cats, because it's very easy for them to like get like diseases from outside and other like stray cats and stuff. And so it is recommended that they do not go outside at all, like alone, and wander off. So yep. So that's why no cats. But she had a goat that was orphaned, and so my grandpa was like, hey, look here, have a goat. And they kept it for a while until my grandma got fed up because the goat ate the clothes that were hanging outside to dry. And one day my mom and her brothers returned from school, and there was barbacoa on the plate. Or I don't know if it was barbacoa, but it was meat on the plate. And they were like, where is the goat? My grandma was like, just eat. And they were like, no, where's the goat? And so she told them that she made my grandpa sacrifice him. And they cooked him. And they expected them to eat him. My grandma is pretty rad, not gonna lie. She's pretty hardcore. But they didn't. Like, they refused. They absolutely refused to eat it. She probably did anyway, but they absolutely refused to eat it. So, yeah. There goes the goat. I love my grandma. She's great. She's pretty savage. Like, poor goat. I feel for the goat and my mom and my uncles who were like, but this is our pet and you killed it. But it's also so funny to think about that she just expected them to eat it like if nothing happened. Oh no, not Flappy. I mean, my mom can appreciate bunnies as like pets, but she also appreciates them as food, so makes sense, I guess. And they didn't tell the child, just gaslight him into thinking he didn't lock the door the right way the night before. Oh god. No. No, my grandma was pretty, like, she tried to avoid it once, and then seeing she had no way out, she just said it up front, like, hey, this is the goat. I got fed up with the fact that he was eating our clothes. Just eat it. I don't think I ever had bunny as food. Well, where my mom's from, it's pretty common, so I haven't either, and I don't really want to because I like bunnies and they're cute. But yeah, where my mom's from is, I think, pretty common, so it makes sense that she knows what bunny tastes like. But also had them as pets at some point. She also had turtles at one point. Food is food, yeah. Basically. Even if it's your pet. Yeah, she had turtles as pets once. But I think she eventually, I don't think she didn't get rid of them, but my grandma was the one that gifted them away because my mom moved, and so she couldn't keep them anymore. So they got gifted, who knows to who, and I don't know if they're still alive. I think Hannah has a turtle. But yeah, those also live for ages. They will outlive you as well, so I don't see the point in having them as pets. Unless you decide that your offspring will inherit them. Which is an odd responsibility to give to your children, but I guess to each their own. But yeah. And then my dad, I think his sisters had like cats and stuff, but he was the one that had the dog. And the cats also died because they either got trampled, you know, or like hit by cars, or they just fell from the second floor and ended up a little weird until they disappeared or died. I think one of my aunt's dogs also got like run over by a car because they left the door open, so the dog went outside, and that was that. Like they didn't die, like the cat didn't die from the fall, it just like ended up getting his mind wasn't the same after that. Like he did get like a pretty bad injury, and so he was a little weird. So the cat didn't die, but the cat never recovered from the accident. And I don't know if it eventually died or if it went away, because they also had a cat that my great-grandfather one day decided that they were gonna bathe him, and so he bathed the cat, and the cat ran away and never came back. So yeah. It's funny to think about my great-grandfather went like that, because when I met him, he didn't do anything at all. He was just on his chair all the time. But he was also pretty savage. But yeah, like, our history with animals is pretty wild. Oh man. But I'm glad I only have this one for now. Oh man. I'm getting icky from the lack of sleep. But that's fine. I need to work anyway. I need to do laundry. But yeah, I I guess I never realized that I talk about it with such like tranquility until now that I'm saying all this and you guys are sad. And I'm like, yeah, that happened. That was a thing that happened. You also have to take into account that it's been years, for me at least. I just had 2 cats as a child. They both died from kidney failure at old age. Now we have a cat and a dog. Yeah, I think cats eventually, like most of the time, or at least from what I've heard, they always die from that when they're old. Like their kidneys just start failing and they have to be put down. So yeah. Way simpler, yeah. Again, I've never had a pet die from old age. Neither did my parents. They always died from other causes. Like even my dad's dog, I think she wasn't that old yet. She was old, but she was not like technically old enough to just like die from old age. But she got sick, and then the veterinarian told him like, hey, there's really not much we could do, so it's better if she just, you know, if we just put her down. And so he did. And I think the pets one of my aunts has had, also like it had to be put down because it was a cat, I believe. He was also like already too like sick to be kept alive, so they had to put him down as well. One of my uncle's dogs as well had to be put down. I think that's pretty much it. Right now, one of my cousins has a cat, but she's pretty healthy and she's still like young. And my other aunt, like the Dr. Witch aunt, she has 2 Shih Tzus, and they're pretty okay. They're just allergic to salmon apparently. And apparently a lot of dog food has salmon included, so it's a struggle to get him food. But other than that, they're fine. You made me realize I need to clean up the grave of the second. I don't know where we're gonna bury this guy when he dies, by the way. Like, there's no place for him to be buried. There's no dirt around here. So I think we're gonna have his ashes, probably. That's the thing that people do now. But yeah, but my aunts have that, and then I think that's pretty. No, wait. One of my cousins has 3 dogs, 2 cats. No, 4 dogs, 2 cats, a guinea pig, a lizard, and 3 children. And my other cousin has, I don't know how many snakes he has, but he has a lot of snakes. He breeds snakes for some reason. And lizards, and a spider, I think. And 4 cats. Children are the real animals. They're wild, but they're not that bad. Sometimes. And trees a lot, yeah. Yeah, like he just breeds snakes and sometimes he sells some. I think he has the permit to like sell some. But he has a lot. I've never gone into the room where he keeps them because they have to be kept under like very special like the environment has to be very specific. So he has like a spare room that is exclusively for keeping the snakes and all of that. I've never gotten in there. I don't like snakes and all of that, so I just keep away from the room whenever I visit him. I'm like, nope, I don't need to see it. The only thing that I see is one of the lizards because that one is kept on display in the living room. It has like a big tank. So yeah. But yeah, he has little, aside from the cats, the 4 cats, he has like unconventional pets, I guess, sort of. And other than that, I don't think my cousins have any. Like those 2 are the only ones that have like the whole zoo in their houses. But other than that, I think the rest of my cousins have like pretty normal pets. I'm trying to remember, like, from the other side of the family, I think only like one of my cousins has a dog, the other 2 have 2 dogs, the other 2 have another 2 dogs, and I think that's it, aside from me and my doggo. Yeah, I think they, like, on that side they don't have a whole lot of pets. But they're more like normal pets, like dogs. Oh no, they also have a cat. So 2 of my cousins, like their siblings, have 2 dogs and a cat. The other 2 cousins have 2 dogs. My other cousin has a dog. And that's pretty much it. So yeah. So yeah, it's only those 2 cousins that have like the whole zoo in their houses. But yeah. It's been almost 2 hours. Oh my god. I've spent like an hour talking about pets and their deaths. Pet cemetery. Oh my god. I think we were talking about eyesight before that. About my bad eyesight and confuses. Perfect waste of time. Exactly. I mean, isn't that what just chattings are all about? Going on tangents and then being like, oh my god, I spent an hour talking about this. I suck. They don't suck. They're just too sensitive, I guess. Also, my eyesight is very sensitive to like light, which is a problem because everything's too bright outside of my room. So whenever it's like super sunny outside, I have to put on my glasses so it doesn't like blind me. So I also have that problem, which is great. That's why I also want to like merge just like maybe not exactly like a weekly thing, but maybe bi-weekly or something like that, to make just chattings a little more often, because it's fun to just like talk like this about random stuff. So yeah. So whenever I go outside and there are bright screens, I'm like, I can't read. Not because it's because of the light. It's not even because of the distance of the from like the text is from like from me. It's just that it's too bright, and so my eyes are like, ugh. I despise the sun. It hurts my eyes. I don't despise it, but it hurts my eyes as well. So, you know, I get it. But yeah. I mean, one of my keychains is the sun, so you can tell that I don't despise the sun. There it is. Hold on. There it is. The sun, the snowflake, and the moon. Yoink. Have these super dark sunglasses fully close to my face. They are a gift from God. I have like a pair of sunglasses, but I never wear them despite that. I just put on like my normal glasses, and that helps a little bit. But I probably should wear like the other ones. It would probably be more effective. Sun melts snowflakes. Kinda. Hello, Inky! Welcome. Yeah, the sun smells snowflakes. But yellow is pretty. I use contacts so I can wear sunglasses. I don't like contacts. They're very invasive. I don't like them. And they dry your eyes. I don't like them. You know what is also my problem? Whenever I have the fan on directed at me, my eyes get super dry, and so not only do I have like tired eyesight because of the computer screen, but I also have dry eyes because of the fan. But if I turn off the fan, then again I melt. Oh yeah, I guess there are like special contacts that help you with that. Makes sense, makes sense. At the end of the day, I did nothing to update my calendar. I'll probably do it later today, because I also have to do the illustrations for another cover, and I need to record another cover, and then I have to do the choruses for another cover, and then I have to make the instrumentals for other covers. Yee, chill music. I got it from the coffee shop of a guy named I think his handle is I am remembering Coffee Run. They give a lot of like audio tips on Twitter, so I saw his coffee shop, and they had these for free as long as you give credit, which is in the description. You can check it out as well. And I looked through his catalog, and I chose this one because I really liked it for the room. Procrastination, sort of. I also want to try to stream more often. I'm a little bit unsure about the hour of tomorrow's stream, because turns out that my hairdresser changed my appointment to tomorrow at 11. And I just have a haircut, but I don't know. I'm gonna be able to make it for 12, so I'm trying to figure that one out. Like, there is gonna be a stream tomorrow, I just don't know about the hour yet. I don't know if I should make it earlier or later, because I know you guys, like, over on Europe and all the way up there, it's gonna be later for you guys, and it's and Start Again is a very fun game and interesting, and I don't want you to miss it. But the problem is that if I do it earlier, I don't know how much that, like, I would have like limited time then, so it would be more fun if more streams, but my efficiency is drastically dying. Yeah. That's also a problem. You have to learn how to multitask. To listen to my voice and then just do other things. I don't know. That's what I do with my own streamers that I watch oftentimes. But yeah. Couldn't catch the first Start Again, so I need to catch up before tomorrow. Yeah, it thankfully wasn't very long. It was mostly just me theorizing and talking about other stuff. But so it's not gonna be too hard to catch up on that. We didn't make that much progress, so it's gonna be good. But again, I don't know if I should like push it to later or push it earlier because of my appointment. I need to see what is like the best course of action. I can't read, write, and listen at the same time. I'll practice. Okay, like listening and reading, yeah, that one's hard. But you can listen and write. Come on. Well, at least it's easier for me to listen and write, and listen and draw, and watch and draw, rather than listening and reading. that one does tricks to my brain, but the rest I can handle. But then again, I also had to learn because, you know, high school and uni. Listen and draw is coded. Yee. I always put on something when I'm drawing because I think it helps me like focus and relax in a weird way, which is odd. Also, sometimes whenever I feel like I can't focus at all, I put on some metal and scream, and that helps for some reason. Also, the stream started at 8 for me. For most, it should be fine if it's an hour or later. I do drawing and music podcasts, mostly music. Yes! Music. I put on visual podcasts or other streamers, but then again, unless it's like a game that I'm super interested about, like watching the gameplay, it's pretty easy for me to just put the streamer on the background and listen and kind of have like an inkling of what's going on. But yeah, metal works great for concentration for some reason. Full House can scream to metal. Damn. But what else? What else? I had a thought and it flew away from my mind. Hold on. I was gonna say something specific. Oh yeah, the stream hour. Maybe an hour later I can. But then again, I think I would be a little limited by the time. Because then lunchtime approaches. I'll have to figure it out because it is tricky. I didn't count with the date with my hairdresser changing, so sometimes again I need to figure out how to metal scream. Same. I want to do some covers that I can't because I don't know how to like do vocal fry and stuff properly, at least. Like while talking is pretty easy, but like having projection while doing it is like it's harder. So I've been watching some tutorials of like metal screamers here and there in order to like try to understand the technique, but I haven't been able to like figure it out just yet. My theory is that if music is busy, my mind doesn't have to be, so I can I'm probably, it's like your mind is kind of distracted with something else, so that's why you can like properly concentrate on the other task at hand instead of like your thoughts pulling you away from whatever else you're doing. Or at least that's what's happened to me. I don't listen to a whole lot. I got introduced to some like Japanese artists that do screaming, like a lot of metal screaming, through another VTuber that sings in that style, like Sim. Like I know Sim is known for the Attack on Titan opening of like the 4th season, like the rumbling and all of that. But I started listening to some of their songs after that, and it helps me concentrate. And another one, I forget the name, but there's another one that it has like a very specific song that I listen to every now and then. And then that streamer himself, I listen to some of his covers. Start with B and then with Baby Metal. No, I haven't listened to Baby Metal. I know they're out there, but like I haven't like actually taken that like a look at them at their stuff. But yeah, like I don't listen to a whole lot. I just like been more exposed, I guess, to like certain songs thanks to that. And I listen to them and I'm like, I want to sing that, but how to vocal fry project? So yeah. But anyway, I think I've talked pretty much about everything that happened during the week and some other things. Yeah, I think I pretty much talked about everything I wanted to talk about today. I'm gonna try to figure out the hour for tomorrow. I'm gonna see what I can do to not make it so late, because the usual thing that I would do, it would be to push it down to like 5:30 for me, but I think that's like 2 a.m. for you guys around that time. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to see how I can figure that one out. I would recommend Takamachiwa for Japanese. I like the combi of metal and clear high. Ooh, okay. Okay, I will check that out. That sounds good. Well, 5:30 a.m. for Enki. No, 5:30 p.m. for me. But I don't know what time. What time is it for you right now, Enki? Curious. Because I've seen that a lot of you guys watch me at this hour. Like around this hour. Because it's more convenient for you guys. Because 5:30 p.m. for me, I believe it's like 2 a.m. for you, confused? Around that time? So that's why I don't want to push it down to that time slot. So it's 10, 11, 12. Well, 1 a.m. So if for you, math is hard. 3 is 11, 4 is 12. Yeah, it's gonna be like 1 a.m. for you. So, well, I say it's technically not that late, but because I sleep at 4 a.m., right? So, for me, 1 a.m. is like a decent time. But it's probably not for you guys. I actually have an alarm that tells me that it's already 1 a.m. So I'm like, okay, so I can go to sleep now, or I have like another hour before it becomes too late for me to be working. So yeah, that's why I hesitate a little on pushing it on that slot. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll try not to, but it's a little bit complicated right now. 1 a.m. I sleep. Yeah, exactly. That why. 3 a.m. God. Wait. So my stream started at 1 a.m. for you. Oh god. I'll set an alarm. Exan, sleep more, please. Sleep more. Please. You need sleep. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. My sleep schedule is not healthy. I'm trying to fix it, but it's hard. Try to sleep more, please. Right? Because at the beginning, like, fun fact for those of you who haven't been here from the beginning. In the beginning, I used to just stream on Saturdays at like 12 p.m. for me. So basically the same time I started today, but on Saturdays. Now I had a lot of people from America. And then when I wasn't able to do that anymore, I started streaming at 6 p.m. my time, so basically 3 a.m. for you and for Enki and I mean 2 a.m. for Enki and Confused. And I started to get more people from other parts of the world, and then I started switching a little bit my schedules to like 5:30 p.m. and then I started incorporating again the 11 a.m. 12 p.m. slot because of my own like times of my responsibilities and stuff. And now I just have people from everywhere, and I'm like, oh god, what is a good time for you guys to not like be killing yourselves in order to be here? that is like a problem, not in a bad way. It's just that I'm like, oh god, what do I do? So that's why I try to like switch it up sometimes. Of like, this day I'm gonna be streaming at like 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. my time, and this other day I'm gonna move it to like 5:30, like I used to. Like for example, that is a time that is a little bit more convenient for Khan, because that's when he's out of work. But you guys are like, you either sleep or not sleep. No, my hour is 2 p.m. Separate by time and country, united by leave. True. Then we have someone in roughly 4/4 of the time zones. Connor is 2 hours later. Me and Inky are 8, and Pantry is 18. Yeah, Pantry's I gave up trying to match his. His is very weird for my times. I woke up at like 10. Give me more credit. But right now it's 2 p.m. for me, so like this is a decent time for me, and like when it comes to time of day. But when it comes to like I don't think I would ever be able to stream during the like late hours unless I moved out and lived by myself, because I would not be bothering the other people living with me. They're usually like, they do sleep at more decent times than I do, so that's good. I was used to you waking up at 11 and immediately streaming. Yeah, I will be like, hey guys, I just woke up. I have an alarm at like 9, but I usually like just stay asleep for another hour and then I just get up. Again, I'm trying to like revert my sleep schedule. Yeah, my ideal would be to like wake up at 8, but it's hard when you go to sleep at 4. So yeah. But yeah, I put an alarm at like 9 and then I turn it off, and then I get up at 10. Eventually I'll manage. Eventually I'll manage to do that. To wake up with the alarm and then get up a little earlier. But yeah. So I'm still trying to work. Like, or maybe I should cancel with my hairdresser. I mean, I learned the hard way that if I exhaust myself, I have no self-control over emotions anymore, so I am forced to sleep. Early wake up, more gaming. True. And if you're a workaholic like me, then more work can get done. Oh man. I think that's probably also part of why I stay up so late, because I'm like, I haven't had enough time to do these during the day, so I'm gonna compensate by doing it right now. And then when I at least think about it, it's 3 a.m. I want more time to play games. I'll wake up at 5. Oh god, I could never. Those days are long gone for me. I don't miss those days. When I was in high school, I would wake up at like 5:30 to be at school at 7. So, yeah. So yeah, when it comes to tomorrow, I'll try to see if I can. I need to ask how long it will take. So if I see that I can manage to be here by like 12:30, 1 p.m, then yes, I can stream during that time slot. But if not, then I would have to consider waking up earlier and streaming earlier, or just pushing it to the evening slot. Don't sleep 7 hours. Why not? Isn't sleeping more good? Yeah, same. The cycle is, it's a cycle of being tired, so you're less efficient and need more time, which means less sleep, more EP, less efficient, more work. Exactly. Hello, Cord. Life is EP. Life is EP. We're talking about how like we don't get enough sleep, and then we're less efficient, and then we end up sleeping less because we make up for the time we weren't able to be efficient during the day, and so on. What is even the right amount of hours to get? Technically, I think the general consensus is 8 hours. Between 7 and 8 hours. Which I used to get, but now I get 5. So until I am able to like properly get my sleeping schedule back on track, I'm just getting 5 hours of sleep. But I think the general consensus is like 7 to 8 hours. As you get older, it is fine if you sleep a little less, because it's normal for old people to be more restless. Oh, my doggo wants to be let out of the room. Hold on. Ah, my hip. My hip cracked. Oh my god. Wait, I used to sleep 7 hours. Was I doing it wrong then? The new game Haunty. It's pretty short and I have been playing for an hour. Ooh, let me look that up. Haunty. I have not heard about it yet. Well, until now, more like. Which means getting... Yeah, when I used to go to sleep at like 2 a.m, I would wake up at 9. So I did get like my 7 hours of sleep. Even though my sleep schedules was still not ideal. Like, it's better to sleep earlier and stuff. But I did get like the proper amount of sleep. But nowadays, I just get 5. So, you know. Actually, I remember like one of the times that I managed to like wake up earlier, I felt so weird because time felt like it went by so much slower than it usually did. Haunty. Ooh. This looks interesting. What is this about? A naive but brave ghost on a relentless quest for answers. A mysterious race of glowing creatures known as Eternians. The page is loading. The page is loading. Eternians. And now the thing changed to Spanish because I clicked the page. Secretos de un mundo misterioso y extenso. Toma el... Oh, this looks cute. Oh, alright. Ooh. The price is a little bit on the expensive side for me right now, but I can add it to my wish list for when I'm able to afford it. Heck yeah. I'll be sure to have it on the priority list then. Nice. I like it. Looks fun. Also want to mention something. What a outfit you have. What a nice blue tie. Thank you. I really like my outfit as well. Like, not to brag, but I really like it. It's how I would dress up every day if I could. Honestly. Like, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's a long puffy sleeve shirt, a vest, and a tie, and pants with sparkles and frills, and my trusty boots, and a belt. Like, it's great. I love it. Hold on, I'm too big. Still a little too big. There we go. Back to normal. Flying! Oh, I guess you haven't seen my toggle. So technically I kind of can fly. Oh. But I don't wear them often. I'm a witch! A proud witch! Wear it all day, every day. I was wearing suited maid too many times, so yeah, sure. I'll make sure to put it on the Discord as well so I can check it out. Yeah. It looks like a good game. Do I have any original songs? Not yet, unfortunately. Because I self-produce most of what I do, I have not had the time to properly get into composing yet, but I do want to in the future. I cannot like give you like a date or anything yet for anything I plan. It's still in like the very early stages, but I do want to get something like to start making some original things and put them out there eventually. Though it might take a while. I am a witch and a vampire, Ixen. I am both. Because I am just that magical. Suits are great. By the way. Suits are always great. I love suits. A magical vampire, yes. Hold on, I just... Oh, okay. I got like a message of something. Oh, crap. Well, I'll have to check that out later. School will never leave me. It's nothing serious. It just has to do with like social service that I have to do. But it's good because I have to do it regardless eventually. In order to like be able to. I was like, why is my crown cutting? It's because I'm too. There we go. In order to like be able to graduate and stuff, I would have eventually had to do it. I just decided to start now, and I got a message about it. So I have to figure that out as well. That's accurate in my time, because Leon always stream on my sleep hour. Yes. I am a creature of the night. I am a gremlin. What question, Court? Go ahead. After my mature exam, I was going to the supermarket in a suit and I felt superior. Everyone is superior in a suit. I don't like to a point. I don't like the attention because it's like everyone looks at you because people immediately usually think like, "Ooh, where is this person coming from? Who are they? Or where are they going?" And I feel like I feel observed. But it's cool to be wearing them and feel like, you know, superior in a way. I just think they're very elegant. I'm like that dude from Spy Family that it's like eleganto all the time. I like things that look elegant and classy and sparkle and shimmer and shine. You know? So that's why I like suits a lot. Yeah, eleganto. You would not like my country. They are staring at you too much, and to be honest, I'm staring too. Okay, sure. I'd be down. No strings attached. Sure, sure. Yeah, I'd be down. We can talk about it more. I have my email, my work email on my about if you want to discuss it more over there. But I'd be down, sure. Yeah. All right. So I'm just checking my email for the thing I told you guys about, like my social service and all of that for university. I just need to see if it's like not something I really need to do urgently. May 30th. When is May 30th? Thursday. Okay, I'm good that day. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, it's nothing too urgent, so I can just ignore it for now. I can just pretend it doesn't exist for now. There we go. Anyway, so with that chat, my little snowbats, I'm gonna have to call it here because it's been almost 2 hours and a half. And I still need to do laundry and record the covers that I need to record and do the art and all of that. So yeah, what a fame for people on stream and one business offer. You are little. You're chunky little guys, but you are little. Come on, you are little. In fact, let me show you how small you are. Where is my picture? Picture. Where's my reference sheet? Where's my reference sheet? It's probably here. Stream. VTuber stuff. VTuber model. Nope. Medium. Assets. Nope, not here. Where did I leave that? Hold on, I can't find the picture now. for some reason. I don't have it. Where is the picture that I have with you guys? I can't find it. Stream schedules. The prototype should be. No, this is not the one. What? Where did it? Huh? Where is it? I don't even see the. What the fudge? Reference sheets. I can't find it. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Except. Whoop. Too big. Hold on. Yoink. Oh, I lost it. Hold on. I lost it. Yoink. 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 There we go. Yoink. This is you compared to me. Like, you guys are small. Yoink. There it is. Look at you guys. You guys are small. Yes. Tall snow bats. Not in my... Not under my watch. That's a bait. No, this is how... Like, you guys look big and chunky in your own reference sheet. Like this one. Hold on. Now let me pull that up. VTuber model reference sheets. You guys look like big and chunky in this one. But really, when compared to me, you're this size. See? Like, this is you alone, isolated. Vampire propaganda. This is you guys isolated. And this is alongside me. See? This is how you guys actually... This is your size. This is your true size. I think you're not even bigger than my head. It's all made up. You're all made up. You're all made up. You small. I'm 170. I'm 170. So I'm not that small. I am sorry if you guys from up there think you're the tallest people in the world, but you had to be nerfed somehow, and this is how. So this is how you guys are. You've been nerfed. This is one of the sacrifices you need to make in order to be one of us. One of us. Plus, it's cute. It's chunky and small. Like, what are you on about? Oh, the disc is gone. Wait. See, like, you guys are small and chunky. It's cute. But anyway. You're all small. You're all the same size. Deal with it. Anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna be ending now, guys. In order to, like, be able to get to what I need to get done today. So... And I'll let you guys know about, like, I'll probably put up the waiting room, and then you'll be able to see which time I ended up deciding on for the stream tomorrow. So yeah, I know that. because you're too small. I watched Captain America. I remember. And remember, I'm not small. But you are though. Anyway, bye bye guys. I'm gonna direct us to the ending screen before I keep yapping. Alright, so I'll let you guys know, or you guys will know, about the hour for tomorrow, and we'll see. Aren't you a giant in your country? Not really. I mean, depends. I think I'm average. Anyway, that has other implications. Bye bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Yeah, Hannah said that. But if I say something about that, well, that has other implications. But anyway, bye bye guys. Bye bye.